We are Progressive Turnout Project. Our mission? Rally Democrats to vote. Progressive Turnout Project started in 2015 to fill a void in Democratic politics. Too few research-backed strategies to talk directly with voters, and too much money pouring into inefficient TV ads. Since then, we've made more than 59 million voter contact attempts, helping more than 100 Democrats win up and down the ballot. We are building even more ambitious programs for the 2022 midterms, with thousands of team members and thousands more volunteers reaching voters through 4 overlapping and complementary programs: distributed organizing, relational organizing, campaign fellows, and postcards to swing states. We know how much is at stake in 2022, and with multiple voter contact programs approaching different groups using different methods, we are leaving no stone unturned to reach the infrequent Democratic voters we need to win. During election season, it's critical to directly communicate with voters in every way we can. Knocking doors and calling voters are tried and true forms of direct voter contact. For voters who don't answer unknown numbers or whose doors aren't accessible, there's another vital way we can reach out and rally them to vote: their mailbox. Handwritten postcards are a proven, effective way to communicate directly with voters, and that's exactly what thousands of volunteers in all 50 states, plus DC and Puerto Rico, have been doing through our Postcards to Swing States initiative. Layering this tactic with other voter outreach helps us reach more voters overall, and reach some voters multiple times, and every nudge and reminder matters. Postcards to Swing States started in a volunteer's garage in December 2019. Since then, volunteers have sent more than 29 million handwritten messages to voters, more than any other organization. The idea is simple. A volunteer signs up to write postcards. We send them a stack of postcards for free, along with a list of voters and addresses to send them to. The volunteer writes the message provided, adds a postcard stamp, and drops them in the mail a little bit before Election Day. Whether it's postcards that you write by yourself a few at a time, or hundreds that you write together with a grassroots group of like-minded volunteers, every postcard counts. Like all voter contact work, every touch layers on top of another and adds to the likelihood that any one voter will turn out to cast their ballot. Because they're sent through the mail, these messages have the potential to rally any Democrat to vote, no matter where they live, as long as they have a mailbox. And writing postcards is a gateway to activism for thousands of volunteers and counting. Postcards to Swing States has grown to incorporate several related programs, including the standard postcard program we've just described, a neighborhood letters program involving hand-delivered notes, and a springtime Democrats Deliver program highlighting Democratic accomplishments to keep voting top of mind even outside election season. All of these messages are focused on infrequent Democratic voters. We find the people who don't always turn out to vote, but when they do, are very likely to vote for Democrats. Then, we work with experts to craft short, impactful messages designed to reinforce voting behaviors. Using randomized, controlled experiments, we're able to measure the relative effectiveness of different messages, as well as our overall impact on voter turnout. Here's an example message for the 2022 general election. It reads, "Thank you for being a previous or first-time voter. When will you vote in the Tuesday, November 8th election? You can vote early or by mail." This kind of message, prompting voters to make a specific voting plan, is proven to increase turnout. When people plan out how, when, and where they'll vote, they're more likely to follow through. All told, we've measured postcards' impact in terms of increased voter turnout at up to 0.9%, along with a slightly smaller boost for other members of the recipient's household. If that sounds small, remember that we're sending millions of postcards, and the margin of victory in even the biggest races can come down to just a few votes. For example, in 2020, President Biden won Arizona, Georgia, and Wisconsin by a combined 42,918 votes, or just 0.37% of the total votes cast in those 3 states. So adding a few thousand votes in the right place can make all the difference. Postcards work. They're extremely cost-effective, and we're collecting valuable data to make future programs even stronger, as well as sharing that information with the broader progressive movement.